The following video is a long-awaited parody of the CinemaSins Everything Wrong with YouTube series. This video was made purely for entertainment. It does not reflect on the personal views of the uploader or anyone else who helped create the video. No offense is intended towards Project Aces, Bandai Namco, or any other fans of the Ace Combat series. Please enjoy the video, thank you all for your patience, and thank you for watching. Those birds are dead now, and since you're Mobius 1, that's your fault. I hope you're happy.
War was an abstract idea, nothing more than a show on TV. As a child, I only saw it as something that happened in some faraway land.
Is that dog wearing an apron?
A sound like distant thunder.
For the Europeans, roll credits.
Upon discovering its potential as an anti-aircraft weapon, the Erusians ruled the skies over the mainland. The ISAF's attempts to destroy Stonehenge through airstrikes failed.
You just said that it was used as an anti-aircraft weapon. So why the hell would you try to destroy it with aircraft? Couldn't you attempt a ground invasion?
Our air defense forces are extremely weak at this point in time. Hence, our GHQ is a sitting duck.
Roll credit. Wait. In case you haven't noticed, they're still preparing my plane.
Your call sign is Mobius 1.
I mean, that was inferred by the carrier takeoff we just did, but okay.
Mobius 1 shot down a bear.
Quick, get PETA on the line.
Omega 11 engaged.
George Takei, who put you in this game?
Though we lived in the 21st century, we were reduced to using crystal radios and horse-drawn carts.
Sure, but that means that either Sound Salvation or Erusia had a massive stockpile of crystal radios and horse-drawn carts ready for an occupied town to use.
30 miles to Wrigley Air Base. Use the power lines to navigate north.
Don't we have radar?
This is Wrigley. We've been attacked. We're currently engaging the enemy.
Who are you talking to? Sky Kid Bar.
For those who exceeded 5 kills, a thorough toasting and soaking followed. I believe it was their custom to call a pilot an ace once he shot down 5 planes.
And we managed that in the very first mission of the game.
This combat area is within enemy airspace. Keep an eye out for bandits.
Wasn't that the case for the last mission too? What makes this one special?
Use Vector 180 to return home after destroying the target. Remember, a safe return completes the mission.
Hey, I didn't hear anything in the briefing about this. I demand a refund.
Target is neutralized. Torpedoes destroyed. Fighter squadron here. Mission accomplished.
Alright, you don't have to keep blaring in my ears.
Be advised, the transport aircraft have ECMs on board that emit powerful jamming signals.
No, they don't. The ECMs are onboard dedicated jammer aircraft, namely the E-767s. The Japanese version of the game got this right.
What the? They're gonna blow us out of the sky. There aren't that many of them.
Well, yeah, but there aren't that many of you either.
Right behind you. Head up.
Why would you warn an enemy that you're in perfect range to fire on them?
You sure this is smart? We're over the bad guys. Heads up. They've got AA guns.
Poor tanker. No one plays this mission without sinking it.
Come on, baby. Daddy needs a bullseye.
Hi!
Hi!
Commit all reserve aircraft immediately. Where are the reinforcements? Help is inbound. Hang in there.
Foreshadowing.
Radio failure!
But you just used it.
I'm out of ammo. Winchester. Got plenty of ammo.
George Takei is just showing off now.
Die, you SOB!
Ace Combat 4 was rated E for everyone. Why is there a pump station so far away from the rest of the refinery?
You sure that's squadron?
You sure you want to find out?
But when the Allied attacks no longer came, the squadron was assigned long-range missions that took them to distant battlefields. I thought of the words I would use to confront him and bided my time.
For those of you who don't know, the international releases cut something here to maintain a child-friendly rating.
The squadron was assigned long-range missions that took them to distant battlefields. I got a knife with the intent of using it against Yellow 13. I even lifted a pistol off a drunken enemy soldier. I thought of the words I would use to confront him and bided my time.
With that scene being cut, the narrator's plight is more emotional. He wants to verbally confront his parents' accidental killer. But in the intended release of the game, he was trying to kill Yellow 13, so the cut unintentionally made the story more emotionally impactful. I'm adding a sin for the original intention being more simplistic.
We will launch a surprise attack on the Ager fleet.
We've been cutting off their supply lines for 2 weeks already. I don't think it's much of a surprise anymore.
Are we good to shoot? This isn't an exercise?
Most of your named ships that tried to escape have been sunk. You're still asking this? Who the hell built the giant compass in Comberth?
Sunk.
Don't let them get out to sea.
Enemy facility destroyed. Enemy vessel sunk.
Did that crane just move?
These generators equal nuclear ones in output and provide about 60% of the energy.
And that tiny flash is all the warning you get about Stonehenge.
Right on the money.
Why in the world are there pillboxes here?
The mission succeeded, but the combat losses due to Stonehenge were higher than expected.
Are you kidding me? Why didn't you say anything? Or was this a trial to see how many ISAF pilots knew what go below 2,000 feet means?
So I found myself living as if I were a member of the Yellow Squadron.
Sky Kid comic in the Sky Kid bar.
His daughter protected me. But that was only because of my tender age.
Friend zoned. Roll credits.
Kilo 2, engage. 3, engage.
Mission always starts with you targeting the secret SR-71, thereby ruining the fact that it's secret.
Omega 11 was shot down by a yellow.
Damn it, Omega 11! Wait, Yellow Squadron's here? Wow, nice of that useless briefing officer to let us know.
We can't rely on yellow squadrons to do everything.
Sure you can. They're Stonehenge's defenders, they caused numerous losses to ISAF in Mission 5. I think they're pretty useful.
Behind us from the vehicle still wiping out the enemy fighters.
Foreshadowing. Wait, why can't you guys fire on the rocket yourselves?
They're only carrying air-to-air missiles.
Oh, that's convenient.
Keep the nuggets out of the fight with the yellows.
You guys are just as bad as Peralta in Ace Combat 5. Why would you bring nuggets to a furball like this?
Sky Eye here. B-2 bomber approaching from the west. Intercept them before they reach the launch site.
Negative contact, nothing on my radar.
Look harder. The B-2s are difficult to detect on radar. They're stealth.
Well, they're showing up on our radar just fine.
Splash 1, splash 1.
The Erusians brought an E-767, but didn't flip its jamming switch on.
What will happen to these people when the Allies come? I asked, to which she frowned. We'll run them out. This is our town. But I knew she didn't mean that from the bottom of her heart. 13 had captured her heart. I knew this from the way she shot jealous glances at his wingman. As other pilots rotated out of Yellow Squadron, Yellow 4, 13's wingman, always stuck by his side, even on land. The only female pilot in the squadron, She had Yellow 13's absolute trust as his wingman. Yellow 13 seemed oblivious to all this,
Guy is oblivious to girls fawning over him cliché.
and instead reviewed the promising enemy pilot's performance from yesterday's skirmish. He's so close. If he manages to stay alive for just a while longer, that pilot could be a worthy opponent. But when there were no such enemies to look forward to, 13's eyes were sad.
Was this war started just for 13 to have a skilled sparring partner?
We do not have air superiority over the beach. This isn't his province. This is HQ.
This guy is either stoned or bored out of his mind.
Rapier 6, Fox 2.
Missile shot trashed. Radar lock. You're in gun range.
Holy crap, these are the most maneuverable A-10s ever.
That's one of us. All right, let him have it.
Wait, what?
Confirmed splash on all A-10s. Unit B appears to have secured Crown Beach.
Whoa, hold on, Sky Eye. Did you forget all the others already?
This is Sergeant Collins. I've taken over command of Unit B. Tell them thanks for the supporting fire.
I know Bales is dead now, but wow, Collins is much nicer. Can we keep him?
The Tango Line is a vital line of defense for the Erusian forces on the eastern mainland.
Tango line? Is that a line of dancers? Does Mobius 1 have to prove his skills on the dance floor?
Be forewarned, this will put you within range of Stonehenge.
Oh, you tell us this time. Isn't this implied? Why does it have to be a specific mission objective?
Control tower. Respond to number of enemy aircraft. Max power!
Did you see how that message disappeared immediately? It's odd, but the final message before Stonehenge attacks always does that. That never happens anywhere else in the game.
Below 2,000 feet? What do they expect us to do? Fly through the mountains?
Given that there's many open areas without mountainsides, I would say no.
Destroyed. AA artillery destroyed.
The people operating SAM launchers can't tell if you're behind solid ground.
Istis Fortress was destroyed. The troops broke through the Tango Line and are now in control of Los Canas.
A mission to retake Los Canas would have been a lot more interesting than the one we just got.
2 civilian aircraft flying through the hills region northwest of Los Canas.
That square is positioned west of Los Canas, not northwest. In fact, it looks a little southwest. Why can't Stonehenge just fire on the civilian aircraft? Why do they have to send in Erusian fighters?
Flight 701 here. We were shot on takeoff and our captain's injured.
Wait, the Erusians already shot up Flight 701? Then why didn't they finish the job?
Mobius 1, there's another bandit closing in on Flight 701 at 6,000 feet. Flight 701, can you raise altitude? This will assist the ISAF escort.
Negative. We cannot maintain cabin pressure if we climb.
So why not ask Flight 702 to drop altitude?
Mobius 1, Sky Eye here. Both aircraft have exited the combat area safely.
No, they haven't. We're not on the radar border yet. Why didn't the Erusians send more fighters if these guys were the secret to taking out Stonehenge?
All passengers and crew from both aircraft were examined by an ISAF medical officer and are in good health.
Briefing officer casually forgets the injured Flight 701 captain.
Though the runway could be fixed, the complete loss of reserve supplies was a heavy blow. Logistics support became infrequent following the Allied operations. I knew this because Yellow Squadron's crew chief bellyached about this all the time to me.
Yellow Squadron's crew chief just talks to a random stray kid about the problems of the most elite fighter squadron Erusia has to offer? Okay.
Yellow 4 went up with the others. With no bombs, her plane was light. But her plane was in bad shape. It needed an engine replacement badly.
Is there no one that could order Yellow 13 to fly a 4-plane formation, forcing Yellow 4 to stay on land and not risk her damaged engine? Okay, this shot is menacing as all hell, but that's a complete waste of 3 Stonehenge shells. They're not firing at anything in particular, so they shouldn't be wasting valuable ordnance like this.
Incoming from Stonehenge! All aircraft descend to lower altitude!
The funny thing is, you don't need to stay below 2,000 feet in this mission.
Use your guns to destroy the jamming devices. Jamming facility destroyed. Radar is clear.
You'd think the Erusians would have used a more complicated ECM device. What happened to the E-767s from Mission 4? I'm sure the guy you'd hit would care. Well, if the rest of you actually did something... That would have been a death sentence if Mobius 1 wasn't there.
He could take us all and not bat an eye!
Who, Mobius 1 or Yellow 13? I mean, you're right either way, but...
We've reached a turning point, and hope this victory will bring about a quick end to the war.
That's all you have to say. Mobius 1 just destroyed the single thing that plagued ISAF for so long, and all you have is 18 deadpan words. Come on.
When he felt my eyes upon him, he said, "No matter what, she can't complain. She went up with her plane in disrepair. Pilots are responsible for their planes."
That's what I said.
He then went on.
Hell yeah, you murdered Yellow 4 in cold blood. Here's some badass music to celebrate.
A returning U-2 recon plane with engine trouble is currently passing through Nome Ravine due to its inability to climb to higher altitudes.
Who sanctioned the use of a U-2 that can't climb to high altitudes? These guys are just as bad at engine maintenance as Yellow Squadron.
Here's an airship jamming device.
How did Sky Eye know that there was a device there?
Radar noise interference is leveling off. The reconnaissance aircraft should be able to get through soon.
Wait, how? We've only destroyed like 13 of these things, but there's gotta be at least 100 or more. How does destroying 13 take down the entire system? The Erusians have some serious upgrading to do on their jamming technology for Ace Combat 7.
Currently 18 miles and closing. 12 miles and closing. 6 miles.
That U-2 is flying at 240 miles per hour. Compared to fighter jets, that's insanely slow. Why couldn't Erusia's aircraft or anti-air defenses shoot it down at that speed?
This is Leopard. We're at Nome Ravine. Visual flying in this fog is not possible. We need radar to get through. Leopard here. Thank heavens, noise is clear and radar's back online.
What, did your radar have to restart or something?
Analysis by the intelligent unit.
Did you just say intelligent unit?
Well done. Mobius 1, another aircraft has been sighted. That's strange. There's only one. The cruise missile is heading south along the glacier. Looks like a regular warhead, but keep your distance.
What, no blaring mission update sound effect this time? How often does a cruise missile get escorts?
Do not engage enemy fighters. Concentrate on shooting down the missile.
Ace Combat 4 allows you to be insubordinate.
50 miles and closing.
I hate this missile.
Good.
Whoa, what the hell is that?
That was a direct hit. What an explosion.
No explanation?
Mission complete.
Okay. Not even Chopper's elbow can explain the convenience of the barkeep's daughter, Yellow 13, and the narrator being in the same place at the same time.
Get out of our town, you fascist pig. Those were the words from my mouth. I've never seen his face twist so painfully. Do you hate us that much?
Like I said earlier, this story is much more emotionally impactful in the international release. In the Japanese release, this scene means nothing because the kid is holding Yellow 13 at gunpoint.
Mobius 1, Sky Eye here. The Resistance just ended the blackout.
Is Sky Eye ignoring everyone else now? The Resistance may have ended the blackout, but I remember playing this on my old CRT television and not being able to see a damn thing. I understand it's midnight, but this mission feels a little too difficult because of low visibility.
Proceeding to Peace Park.
How ironic.
Headquarters. It's Route 7 on the 2-lane road.
After all, we can't risk getting a ticket right now.
Tank destroyed.
Mobius 1, he's on you. Turn hard.
Got a yellow.
Wow, that was pathetic.
Singing.
Is this the only song Yusians know?
I fell in with the routed Erusians and followed after the squadron.
And no one questioned why a little kid was following them. Or the barkeep's daughter, who we later find out was with him, and who was caught for planting laser detonators. I bet you wish you got that air conditioning upgrade now, huh? Yes, that tends to happen in a desert.
The Caterpillar's damaged. We need backup.
Quick, get Cocoon Squadron on the line. Oh, it only took you 16 missions to figure that out. Yes, excuse me while I move an entire headquarters back a few miles.
The enemy GHQ is located beneath a landfill on the coast of their capital, Farbanti. Bring it under control.
He said under control, but the subtitles say under our control.
Enemy tank forces are also closing in from the north. Destroy Johnson Memorial Bridge to stop them from joining forces from the enemy GHQ.
Excuse me, you want me to destroy a memorial? Also, why must the bridge be destroyed? Can't we directly destroy the northern tank forces?
Tank destroyed.
Screw this particular infantry tank for sitting right between the bridge supports. I have wasted so many missiles on this guy over the years. It's tough to see sometimes, but that Ulysses crater is so ominous. Take a sin off for intimidating imagery.
Mobius 1 will get us out of here alive, so stop whining.
Someone's whining about being in a war? It must be Ace Combat 5's version of Nagase. Oh jeez.
Mobius 1, engage.
2,700 points, and now you're telling me to engage? That Erusian soldier would be great at CinemaSins. That bridge literally has a large gap in it. You couldn't get across it unless your tanks can teleport. And if they can, you wouldn't need the bridge.
Mobius 1, 5 aircraft are closing in at high speed. It's the Yellow Squadron. You can end this war.
Wait, doesn't the music always change in a mission update? Why are they playing Farbanti again? Why not Aquila, or some remix of Aquila?
This is the control unit. We found a woman that fell suffering as one of the choppers that got left behind. Now what looks like a male officer remains really big rank recipient. Relay that on to HQ, will ya?
The Supreme Commander's cause of death is still unknown. There's a possibility he committed suicide, but that's kinda fucked up to do that in front of your daughter. He could have been shot in combat, but then ISAF soldiers were firing in the vicinity of children. Either way, this is getting sinned.
On September 19th at 1200 hours, Erusia accepted the ISAF terms for surrender.
Except the splash screen indicated this operation began at 1820 hours, and the sun was already setting. Either that's a typo, or someone didn't let the soldiers on either side know that the peace treaty had already been signed.
A group of young Erusian officers have taken over Megalith, the superweapon that was under development.
I get that shit's about to get real, but Megalith isn't negating ISAF's progress. The map didn't need to fade out the blue again.
Megalith is a rocket launch facility that can shoot down asteroid fragments in orbit.
What even are these numbers? They're just cycling from 0 to 9 in all digits.
Once inside, destroy the giant missile in the central silo.
But what exactly were they going to do with it? Was there a Ulysses 2.0 that needed this large of a missile to shoot it down? Or did they just go, fuck it, we'll kill ISAF directly?
Good morning, troops. I have an important announcement.
Then why couldn't you make this a cutscene and show subtitles if it's so important? Back on the old CRT TV I played this on, I couldn't understand this speech at all.
The vile enemy who has brought chaos to our continent.
You know, this speech is epic and all, but Megalith is already active, civilians are dying as we speak, and you're busy patronizing me. Can we get a move on?
Although we are from different nations and of different races,
There's probably a token black guy somewhere in ISAF, so we'll add token black guy here.
the skies belong to everyone.
Except filthy erosions.
Now, let us take back our sheltered skies.
Roll credits. Okay. That was pretty awesome.
Mobius 2 on standby. Mobius 3 through 7 on standby. Mobius 8 on standby. Preparations are complete, ready for battle.
Mission dialogue shows us that there's more Mobiuses than just 1 through 8.
Mobius 9, engage! All aircraft follow Mobius 1.
Damn, you know these guys aren't really Yellow Squadron when that happens.
Bravo 1 here. All teams are on the 13th floor.
This is a Japanese game, shouldn't they be on the 4th floor?
Damn it! Got flamethrowers!
Holy what? Assuming Megalith's metal hallways are as small as I imagine, a flamethrower would scorch everyone in there, including the Erusians. That is not a safe close quarters weapon in a metal building. Come to think of it, no firearm would be safe in Megalith. If those hallways are metal, wouldn't all bullets just ricochet? Man, sure was nice of them to build specific tunnels solely for the purpose of aircraft accessing the generators. Wait, what about these 4 missiles? They're pretty big too. Why didn't they tell us about these? Hero flying away from an explosion cliché. Also, Megalith doesn't start exploding until after you fly out that tunnel. How considerate of it.
I don't know. History determines the winner.
Did you guys forget that you captured Erusia's capital city 1 week ago? And that Erusia accepted the terms of surrender?
I know it must have brought him unexpected joy to have an opponent like you at the end of that meaningless war. At least that's what I want to believe. Only you, the pilot who shot him down, can confirm this.
How is Mobius 1 supposed to know if Yellow 13 was happy to see him? It's not like characters actually hear the enemy radio.
And so, I write to you.
Wait, how did this guy have so much perfect memory of every event in the war? His parents' death, I get, but even the number of Yellow 13's kills. I barely remember what I had for breakfast this morning. I absolutely hate it when video games don't credit voice actors' roles. Only through guesstimation, people figured out Neil Howard was Aox Sky-Eye. Jeff Gadare is the only one who's actually listed next to his role. Everyone else, who knows? Also, as SlyCooperFan1, I need to make special mention of this. Kevin Miller is the voice of Sly Cooper. He has a very distinct voice and I would recognize it almost instantly. And yet, I never hear him anywhere in this game. I hate not knowing where he's supposed to be. Also, Justin Worsham, a few lines below, is one of Kevin Miller's closest friends and did a podcast with him for a few years. Worsham is a comedian, however, and has very few video game credits. I also can't recognize him anywhere in the game. I swear, where the hell are these people? Is the background supposed to be a reference to Ace Combat 2's briefing screen at the start of the game? Given that Ace Combat 4 is a spiritual remake of 2, that's actually a very clever reference. Knock off a sin, why not? Just in case you forgot, we'd like to remind you that the bird from the start of the game is dead.
That was a direct hit. What an explosion!
Stay down in the ravine.
Another wave from Stonehenge detected.
What are we gonna do, kid? I'll follow you.
4 minutes to launch.
4 minutes? We won't last that long.
Flight 701 here. We were shot on takeoff and our captain's injured. This is First Officer Nagase.
Damn it, Nagase.
Singing. The town was free at last.
Free at last! Free at last! Thank God Almighty! We are free at last!
Barry? Do something, Barry!
Barry, what are you gonna...
Barry, I'm so tired of you resting on your laurels.